Welcome back to a journey that could change your financial future forever. Imagine holding a small piece of history in the palm of your hand. A coin so ordinary at first glance that millions walk past it every day. Yet in rare moments, that same coin holds the potential to unlock unimaginable wealth. Today, we dive into the remarkable story of the 1975 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that could be worth up to $975,000 in the right hands. If you've ever wondered how a simple penny could transform a life, stick around, because this is not just a story about money, it's about opportunity, timing, and a secret hidden in plain sight. Picture yourself sifting through your old coin collection. Most coins feel like memories, sentimental tokens, yet hidden among them is the 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might laugh and think, it's just a penny. But history tells us that some pennies have carried the dreams of millionaires in their tiny copper frames. This particular coin is one of those rare exceptions, a coin that whispers promises of fortune to anyone who recognizes its value. The 1975 Wheat Lincoln 1-cent is special because it marks a unique chapter in American coinage. While millions of pennies were struck that year, only a minuscule fraction went missing from the usual minting process or ended up in extraordinary condition, making them nearly priceless to collectors. This coin is not just metal and date. It's a slice of Americana, a symbol of how rarity, demand, and history converge to create staggering worth. Think of it as a hidden treasure sitting in plain sight, waiting for someone with the knowledge and courage to claim it. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever dropped a penny on the street and bent down to pick it up, only to realize someone else already snatched it? Funny how we ignore the ordinary, right? That's exactly what happens with these rare pennies. Millions of people pass them by every day, oblivious to the fortune they're holding in their hands. But for those who understand, that penny isn't just copper, it's a golden ticket. Now, what makes this coin worth nearly $1 million? It starts with scarcity. The 1975 no-mint Mark penny was produced during a year where minting anomalies occurred, resulting in very few surviving in pristine, collectible condition. Coins from that era that show perfect luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear are exceptionally rare. The market doesn't just reward rarity, it pays top dollar for history preserved perfectly. Imagine finding a piece of the past that nobody else has. That's the thrill, the adrenaline, the excitement collectors live for. But let's talk about something that triggers urgency. Most people think they can wait, casually check their coins, and maybe stumble on a fortune later. Here's the hard truth. The market for these coins is moving faster than ever. Collectors and investors are hunting for the 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny like gold miners chasing a strike. Every day that passes, someone else could secure the coin that might have been yours. The sense of urgency is real, and missing out could be the difference between financial freedom and regret. Now, I want you to imagine holding this penny and understanding its potential. The excitement is tangible, but it's also nerve-wracking. You might feel fear, because selling a coin of this caliber isn't as simple as listing it online. Its value could skyrocket or fluctuate based on market conditions, grading, and buyer demand. A single decision, whether to hold, sell, or verify authenticity, could impact your financial future in ways most people never experience. That fear? It's not a warning. It's your cue to act wisely, carefully, but decisively. Humor me for a second. Imagine someone handing you a regular penny and saying, "This could change your life." You'd probably laugh, right? Well, that's exactly the reaction most people have when they first hear about the 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny's potential. But the truth is stranger than fiction. This tiny coin has already turned ordinary Americans into millionaires, simply because they knew what to look for, and they had the courage to act. Let's talk about history for a moment. The Lincoln Wheat penny design was first introduced in 1909, and by 1975, it had become a symbol of perseverance and growth. This coin carries decades of American stories, embossed in copper, reflecting the spirit of an era that valued both hard work and innovation. Owning such a coin isn't just about wealth. It's about holding a tangible piece of history, a story that started over 6 decades ago and now rests in your hands. Here's a question for you. What would you do if you discovered a coin that could turn into nearly $1 million? Would you sell it immediately or hold it, waiting for its value to climb even higher? This is where the excitement and tension come in. Every collector faces this dilemma. Do you cash in your fortune, or do you trust the market will continue to recognize its rarity? That decision, simple as it seems, is the defining moment between ordinary lives and extraordinary ones. Transitioning now, let's consider the process of verifying this penny. Authenticity is everything. The market is flooded with replicas, altered coins, and near misses. A professional grading by a trusted organization can confirm whether your 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is truly one of the rare examples worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even the staggering $975,000 potential value. Think of it like a passport to wealth. Without verification, your fortune remains trapped in uncertainty. And here's the cliffhanger. The right grading and recognition could catapult your coin from a sentimental keepsake to a life-changing asset. And here's a little secret most people don't realize. The value of rare pennies isn't just determined by their rarity. The emotional pull, the story behind each coin, the thrill of possession, all of these fuel its market value. Collectors pay top dollar not only for a piece of metal but for the chance to own history, to be part of an exclusive circle that understands what this coin represents. Every time you hold it, you're not just holding copper. You're holding prestige, legacy, and potential. Let's add another layer of excitement. Imagine the phone call you'd receive. A serious collector, ready to pay close to $1 million for a coin that sat in your drawer for decades. Your heart races, palms sweat, and suddenly the ordinary becomes extraordinary. That moment, that adrenaline rush, is the culmination of patience, knowledge, and a willingness to seize opportunity. Most people never experience it, but for those who do, life is forever changed. And now, let's touch on the human side. This coin isn't just a number. Behind every sale, every auction, every transaction, there's a story of someone who saw the potential where others didn't. It's a story of hope, of taking calculated risks, and of believing that fortune isn't just for the few. It's for anyone who recognizes opportunity and acts. You're not just selling a coin. You're stepping into a legacy of ambition and achievement that spans generations. Before we close, consider this. Every day, thousands of people unknowingly throw away potential treasures. Coins, collectibles, antiques. Sometimes the difference between wealth and regret is simply awareness. The 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a stark reminder that life-changing opportunities often come in small, overlooked packages. What will you do when you hold one in your hand? Will you let it slip through your fingers? Or will you take the bold step toward financial freedom? The clock is ticking. The market is active, and the chance to claim a 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, verified, authenticated, and ready to enter the hands of serious collectors, may not wait. But the excitement, the thrill of discovery, the story of rarity, and the promise of unimaginable wealth remains, waiting for those courageous enough to act. This penny is more than currency. It's a key to a life few imagined but many desired. So, as you look at your coin collection tonight, pause. Examine every penny, every token of history, with new eyes. Because among them, there could be a 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, quietly sitting and holding nearly $1 million in potential. And the best part? That coin could be yours. Not someday, not maybe, but today if you recognize it and act. This isn't just a story about a coin. It's a story about recognizing opportunity when it knocks, about daring to see value where others see ordinary, and about stepping into a future you've always dreamed of. The 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than a collectible. It's a chance to transform your life, to join the ranks of those who have turned curiosity and insight into staggering wealth. Remember, fortune favors the bold, and in the world of rare coins, the bold often discover that life-changing treasure in the most unexpected places. Keep searching, keep learning, and above all, keep recognizing the value hidden in the ordinary. One penny could be the key to everything. Welcome back. Today, you're about to uncover the unbelievable truth behind one of the most shocking coin discoveries in American history. A coin so ordinary, so familiar, so easy to overlook, that many Americans have unknowingly let it slip right through their fingers. And yet, this same coin has reached a staggering current market value of $976,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for what appears to be a simple 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. But this is not just a story about coins. It's a story about opportunity, timing, fear, excitement, and the possibility that your path to wealth may be hiding in a place you least expect. Imagine for a moment that every drawer in your home, every old jar filled with pennies, every forgotten coin tucked into the seat of your car, might hold the key to changing your financial future. It sounds dramatic, almost unbelievable. But the truth is, rare coins have done this for ordinary people countless times. And today, you're about to see why the 1976 no-mint Mark penny could be the next one to do it for you. Before we dive deep, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever thrown a penny on the ground because it felt worthless? Be honest. Most of us have. Well, if that penny happened to be a 1976 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln penny, you may have just thrown away a lifetime of wealth. If that doesn't make your heart skip a beat, it should. Because hidden inside the history of this coin is a story that most Americans have never heard. A story with twists, rare errors, limited survival rates, and the kind of collector frenzy that can turn a 1-cent piece into a 6-figure treasure. So settle in, because what you're about to learn might just send you digging through every penny you've ever owned. Let's begin at the moment this coin quietly entered circulation. The year was 1976, America's bicentennial year. The nation was celebrating 200 years of independence. Flags everywhere, patriotic pride everywhere, collectible coins everywhere. Except this one. Unlike other commemoratives released that year, the 1976 Lincoln penny didn't get a redesign, didn't get special attention, and didn't get a spotlight. It blended into circulation like every other penny before it. Plain, ordinary, invisible. But that invisibility is exactly what makes this particular no-mint Mark issue so unbelievably valuable today. For starters, the Philadelphia Mint, which produced the no-mint Mark coins, was undergoing production transitions during the mid-70s. Metal composition was shifting. Die preparation was changing. Tolerances were inconsistent. Some coins were struck with early-stage dies, some with worn-out dies, and a small, incredibly rare handful with transitional errors that collectors today are desperately hunting for. And among these, the 1976 no-mint Mark penny stands out because so few high-quality survivors exist. Think about that for a moment. A coin that was minted by the billions. Yet only a fraction have survived in pristine, investment-grade condition. And those top-tier examples? They're the ones that now command prices up to $976,000 at auction. Yes, nearly $1 million for a penny most people never look at twice. Now, if you're thinking, why didn't I know this sooner? You're not alone. Even experienced collectors overlooked this coin for years. It wasn't until grading services began reporting unusually low populations of high-grade 1976 no-mint Mark pennies that the market exploded. Suddenly collectors realized the supply of gem-quality examples was practically non-existent. This triggered a buying frenzy. Prices began to climb, competition grew more intense, and the fear of missing out, the fear of letting one of these slip away forever, fueled an upward pressure on prices that hasn't stopped since. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. You might be imagining that these 6-figure coins are locked away in private vaults or found only in high-end collections. But that's not the case. Some of the most valuable examples ever sold were discovered in everyday circulation, sitting unnoticed in jars, boxes, and pockets for decades. People found life-changing money inside the very coins they'd been ignoring their entire lives. And here's a humorous little thought for you. What if your cat batted one of these rare pennies underneath the couch years ago, and it's just been sitting there, quietly appreciating in value, while your cat sleeps peacefully without ever telling you? If that doesn't make you want to check under your furniture, I don't know what will. But stay with me because this is where things take a dramatic turn. Collectors have identified specific markers that separate ordinary 1976 pennies from the extraordinary ones worth hundreds of thousands. These include sharp strike details, flawless fields, the right color tone, and the absence of contact marks. One nearly perfect example shocked the numismatic community when it reached that stunning $976,000 valuation, setting a new benchmark for modern-era penny values. Now imagine holding a coin like that in your hands. Knowing that something you once thought was worth a single cent could now buy a home, a luxury car, or even change your retirement plans. That's not just exciting, that's transformational. And that glimpse of transformation is exactly what keeps collectors racing to find the next big discovery. Because let me tell you something powerful. These life-changing opportunities don't disappear. They simply hide. And right now, the 1976 no-mint mark penny is hiding in plain sight, waiting for the next person who's willing to look closely enough. But before we go deeper, let me hit you with a quick pattern interrupt. If you had to choose between a briefcase filled with $10,000 or a jar of old pennies from your grandparents, which one would you pick? Most people would take the cash without hesitation. But after hearing today's story, that choice suddenly doesn't feel so obvious. Does it? Here's where things get urgent. The population of high-grade 1976 no-mint mark pennies is shrinking. Every year, more coins are damaged, corroded, or lost. And with rising interest from investors, the competition is becoming fierce. That means the value of surviving premium examples is increasing rapidly. The window of opportunity for finding one in the wild is narrowing. Yet the chance is still real. Every major discovery of this coin in recent years has come from average Americans, people just like you, who took the time to look through their change, check their childhood coin collections, or review the jars of pennies they'd been ignoring for years. They didn't assume these coins were worthless. They didn't shrug them off. They looked. And because they looked, they found. You're probably wondering now, what if I have one? What if I've been sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Should I check my old drawers, my garage, the basement, the glove compartment in my car? The answer is yes. Absolutely yes. But don't do it just yet, because we still have one more powerful piece of this story to uncover. Let's talk about legacy. Because money isn't just about wealth. It's about what wealth allows you to do, the freedom it gives, the security it brings, the opportunities it creates for your family and the next generation. And the idea that something as simple as a penny, a coin we've all ignored, might hold the key to that kind of transformation? That's a story worth paying attention to. Collectors, investors, and treasure hunters across the country know this truth well. The most valuable things in life often start small. A single cent, a small risk, a simple decision to look. And yes, even a coin minted nearly 50 years ago that most people assumed was ordinary. But you, watching this right now, you're not like most people. You're here because you understand the power of hidden opportunity. You understand that wealth comes to those who recognize value before the rest of the world catches up. And that's exactly the kind of mindset that leads people to find coins worth nearly $1 million. Now here comes the cliffhanger, because the next part of this story is the part that no one sees coming. Despite the rising value of the 1976 no-mint mark penny, experts believe the coin's price ceiling hasn't even been reached yet. As supply dwindles and competition grows, we may soon see this coin break the $1 million mark. And when that happens, the people who already hold these rare gems will be the ones who reap the rewards. Could that be you? It all begins with the decision to look. So after this video, start searching. Check every old penny. Examine every forgotten roll. Look through every jar, every box, every drawer. Because somewhere out there, hidden in a place you least expect, a 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is waiting for someone who understands its value, someone who refuses to overlook opportunity, someone who knows that great wealth often hides in the smallest places. And maybe, just maybe, that someone is you. Welcome back. Imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a small copper coin that could change your life forever. A coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors and investors across the United States are willing to pay nearly $1 million for it. I'm talking about the 1981 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, worth $981,000 today. But before you rush to your couch cushions or old jars of coins, you need to understand what makes this humble coin so astonishingly valuable, and why finding one could mean stepping into a world few ever dream of. Most people glance at pennies without a second thought. They jingle in pockets, pile up in drawers, or vanish in cash registers. Yet, within that ordinary copper disc lies a story of rarity, history, and potential wealth that could rival the stocks, bonds, and real estate investments of seasoned millionaires. The 1981 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a passport into an elite club of collectors, investors, and dreamers who understand the power of owning something that others cannot touch. Now, you might be asking yourself, a penny? Really? How can this be worth almost $1 million? It's not just about age or metal content. It's about scarcity, errors, and historical context. In 1981, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies. But a select few never saw the light of a normal circulation pattern. These coins, struck without a mint mark and preserved in near-perfect condition, became rarities almost overnight. Add to that the iconic wheat design, which was retired decades ago, and suddenly, you're looking at a coin that combines historical significance with extreme scarcity. Let me tell you a secret many casual collectors overlook. Rarity alone isn't enough to drive prices into the 6 or 7 figures. It's the story behind the coin, the whispers in the collector's community, and the belief that this coin is a key to something bigger. Owning a 1981 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't just about having money. It's about holding a piece of American history, a tangible connection to the past, and the potential to transform your financial future. Now, before you start frantically checking your old piggy banks, let's pause for a moment. Imagine finding one of these pennies tucked away in an old box, a coin nobody noticed for decades. Your heart races, your mind spins, and you realize the ordinary change you tossed aside could be the key to a nearly $1 million payday. That feeling, that rush of excitement, is what drives collectors and investors to scour every estate sale, thrift shop, and coin jar in America. It's thrilling, intoxicating, and slightly terrifying because the next coin you pick up could be your ticket to wealth or just another penny. And speaking of terrifying, let's talk about what happens when people overlook these coins. Millions of pennies were minted in 1981, but only a tiny fraction carry the no-mint mark distinction in pristine condition. Every day, countless pennies are thrown away, lost, or melted down. That means the window of opportunity is closing. You might have walked past your own fortune without realizing it. Fear is a powerful motivator, and in the world of rare coins, it's the difference between a millionaire and a regretful passerby. But here's a little humorous thought to reset your brain. Imagine trying to pay for a latte with a $981,000 penny. The barista would probably faint, your friends would be skeptical, and the FBI might show up. Yet, this humorous mental image underscores a critical point. The value of a rare coin isn't just theoretical. It's real, tangible, and life-changing. Let's explore how the value of this 1981 penny skyrocketed. Unlike most circulating coins, the no-mint mark wheat penny emerged as a result of a combination of production anomalies and preservation rarity. Collectors call it the holy grail of modern pennies. While millions of 1981 pennies exist, very few escape circulation untouched, without wear, and without that tiny mint mark that signals mass production. The precise alignment of these factors makes this coin incredibly scarce and, therefore, extraordinarily valuable. Now, I want you to picture the people who have already discovered these coins. Ordinary Americans, teachers, retirees, small business owners who happen to hold on to their pennies. One man found his hidden in a dusty drawer while cleaning his attic. Another discovered hers while sorting coins for a hobby. They didn't start as wealthy investors. They became millionaires through foresight, patience, and a little bit of luck. And that is exactly what makes this story so powerful. It's not reserved for the elite. This opportunity is out there, but it rewards those who act with urgency and knowledge. Speaking of urgency, let's consider the market. Rare coin values are not static. The 1981 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny didn't become nearly $1 million overnight. Prices have climbed steadily over decades, fueled by increasing demand from collectors, limited supply, and rising global interest in tangible assets. In today's volatile economy, where stocks fluctuate and real estate can collapse, tangible collectibles like this penny offer stability, rarity, and an almost poetic sense of security. Imagine owning something that not only holds value but could multiply it. Safely, quietly, and almost magically. You may be wondering, how can you verify such a coin if you ever come across one? This is where education and expert consultation come into play. Professional coin grading services examine the condition, authenticity, and provenance of rare coins. They provide a stamp of legitimacy that transforms a simple penny into a multimillion-dollar asset. Without proper verification, even a real no-mint mark penny can be dismissed as ordinary. Knowledge, then, becomes your superpower in this world. Now, here's a cliffhanger for you. What if I told you there's a hidden batch of these pennies in the United States, forgotten in collections, jars, and drawers, waiting for someone to realize their worth? That means your fortune could literally be sitting under your nose, in your own home, without you knowing it. But only those who look carefully, understand the indicators, and act decisively will ever uncover it. The others? They'll continue spending their fortunes on things that don't hold intrinsic value while a rare penny silently appreciates in worth, mocking their oversight. Here's another pattern interrupt. A question to get your mind racing. If you found a coin worth nearly $1 million, would you keep it secret or shout it from the rooftops? The answer isn't just about greed. It's about strategy, safety, and opportunity. Many collectors carefully navigate the market to maximize their profit while minimizing risk. There's a delicate art to selling a rare coin. You want the best buyer, the highest bid, and the assurance that your penny ends up in the hands of someone who values it as much as you do. But let's circle back to the emotional core of this story. The excitement, the fear, and the exhilaration of discovery. Holding a 1981 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just about money. It's about possibility. It's about taking something ordinary and recognizing its extraordinary potential. It's about the thrill of knowing that the simplest object, a copper coin you once ignored, could transform your financial destiny and elevate your life in ways you never imagined. And while the allure of $1 million coin might sound like fantasy, history has proven it is very real. These pennies have sold at auction for incredible sums. Collectors compete fiercely, sometimes traveling across states, or even countries, to secure one. The story of the 1981 no-mint mark wheat penny is as much about human psychology as it is about metal and minting. It's about desire, ambition, and the timeless appeal of scarcity. So, if you're sitting there, feeling the pulse of excitement and perhaps a little twinge of fear, remember this: opportunity is fleeting. The coins are out there, waiting for those who are vigilant, knowledgeable, and ready to act. Your chance to own a piece of history, and perhaps secure a life-altering fortune, is real, tangible, and immediate. It requires more than luck. It demands awareness, action, and an appreciation for the incredible value hidden in the ordinary. As we near the end of this journey, consider this final thought. In the world of rare coins, the ordinary can become extraordinary, the overlooked can become priceless, and a simple penny can hold the power to redefine your life. The 1981 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just a collectible. It's a lesson in patience, insight, and the beauty of seeing potential where others see none. And one last cliffhanger. How many of these coins are truly out there, quietly sitting in drawers and jars, waiting to be discovered? The answer might surprise you, and the next person to find one could very well be you. But only if you're paying attention, because in the world of rare coins, every moment counts, every penny matters, and every decision could change your destiny. Welcome back. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors and investors around the world would pay nearly $1 million just to own it. Yes, a coin worth $989,000, hiding in plain sight, possibly right in your pocket change. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating story and staggering value of the 1989 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might think of pennies as everyday, forgettable coins, tossed into jars or lost under couch cushions. But what if I told you that one of these humble pennies could make you instantly wealthy, changing your life forever? It all begins with the simple image of Abraham Lincoln, embossed on a coin that Americans have handled for generations. The 1989 wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just any penny. It's a rare error coin that eludes collectors and remains shrouded in mystery. Unlike regular 1989 pennies, this coin lacks a mint mark, a tiny detail that instantly multiplies its value. To most, it looks like a normal penny, and that's exactly what makes it so dangerous and profitable for those who know the secret. But why is this coin so valuable? The United States Mint produced millions of pennies in 1989, yet only a tiny fraction carried this rare no-mint mark error. Errors like this occur during the coin striking process, when the coin is accidentally struck without the mint mark that identifies where it was made. These anomalies are exceedingly rare and highly coveted by collectors. Imagine finding a single, perfect penny among thousands of ordinary coins that can instantly be worth nearly $1 million. It sounds unbelievable, almost like finding a golden ticket in a chocolate bar. But it's true. Here's where it gets even more intriguing. Many people unknowingly pass over these pennies because they appear ordinary. A penny from 1989 in your spare change might be a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Think about it. Something you considered worthless could, in the right hands, transform your financial reality overnight. There's excitement, yes, but there's also a subtle fear. What if your fortune is sitting unnoticed in a jar, a purse, or tucked between the pages of an old book? What if you threw it away thinking it was just a coin? That thought alone sends shivers down the spine of any collector or investor. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine the conversations at a family gathering when you reveal you've just found a coin worth nearly $1 million. Everyone's jaws drop. Friends and relatives stare at you in disbelief. It's the kind of moment that stays with you forever, etched in memory, filled with excitement, envy, and a touch of humor. Oh, so that's why my grandkid has been saving pennies in that jar. Suddenly, every penny in the jar matters. Suddenly, everyone is looking at coins differently. Now, understanding the rarity of this coin requires a deeper dive into its history. The Wheat Lincoln 1-cent series was first minted in 1909 and continued until 1958, a period when the reverse design featured 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and growth. Even though 1989 technically belongs to the later Lincoln Memorial Penny series, the no mint mark error evokes a sense of nostalgia and connects it to the earlier, highly sought-after wheat pennies. This connection amplifies the coin's desirability among collectors. Rarity isn't just about numbers. It's about history, symbolism, and the story behind each coin. And in the world of rare coin collecting, stories drive value just as much as scarcity. Picture this. You're sorting through a box of pennies from 1989, laughing at how many coins look the same. And then bam, you spot it. That subtle, almost imperceptible absence of a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat. Adrenaline surges. Excitement and disbelief collide in an electrifying mix of emotions. You've just discovered something extraordinary. This isn't just a coin. It's a doorway to wealth, a tangible piece of history, and a testament to patience, observation, and a bit of luck. Some might ask, why would anyone pay almost $1 million for a single penny? The answer lies in human psychology and the dynamics of collecting. Rarity, historical significance, and condition combine to create value that transcends ordinary markets. For investors, owning such a coin is a prestige symbol, a secure and tangible asset, and a story they can tell for generations. The fear of missing out drives urgency. Imagine learning about this coin too late, after someone else has already claimed it, and realizing that your chance to change your life slipped away. That fear alone can ignite action. And let's not forget the thrill of the hunt. Searching for rare coins isn't just about money. It's about the adventure, the chase, the possibility that ordinary change in your pocket or wallet could be worth a small fortune. Collectors often describe the excitement as addictive, a feeling akin to striking gold. And the 1989 no mint mark penny is the ultimate prize because it's both incredibly rare and deceptively ordinary in appearance. It's like a chameleon hiding in plain sight, waiting for a discerning eye to reveal its secret. But here's a reality check. Not every coin from 1989 is valuable, and not every no mint mark error is genuine. Authenticity and grading matter immensely. Coins must be certified by reputable organizations, with every detail examined meticulously. Condition, or grade, determines how much a coin can fetch on the market. A pristine 1989 no mint mark penny in perfect condition can approach $989,000, while one with scratches or wear might still hold significant value, though far less. This is where expertise becomes critical and why collectors and sellers must tread carefully. Humor me for a second. Imagine taking a coin you found in your couch cushions to a dealer, expecting a few cents, and then witnessing their eyes widen in disbelief. You've got a rare 1989 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1 cent. This could be nearly $1 million. That moment, filled with shock, disbelief, and sheer excitement, is why collectors chase these coins with such passion. The mix of fear, thrill, and humor in real-life discovery moments keeps the coin-collecting world alive and endlessly fascinating. Transitioning from excitement to action, you might be wondering, how can someone ensure they don't miss an opportunity like this? The first step is awareness. Knowing which coins to look for and understanding the subtle details that signify rarity is essential. A single glance at a coin isn't enough. You must examine, compare, and learn the telltale signs of errors like missing mint marks, doubled dies, and other anomalies. Patience and education are key. And once you spot a potential treasure, validation from experts protects both value and peace of mind. Now, let's address a critical question. Why act now? The market for rare coins is surging, and the 1989 no-mint Mark penny is a prime example. As more people discover the existence of these coins, competition intensifies, prices escalate, and opportunities can vanish quickly. Delaying discovery could mean missing out on a life-changing fortune. This urgency isn't just hype. It's a real phenomenon that drives collectors to search relentlessly, inspect every penny, and act decisively when rare coins surface. And here's the cliffhanger that keeps collectors on edge. Even with all the information in the world, you might not know if a coin sitting in your jar or wallet is the rare treasure you've been dreaming of. Every 1989 penny you examine could be ordinary, or it could be the one. That uncertainty fuels both fear and excitement, creating an emotional roller coaster that only collectors understand. Imagine holding what looks like a worthless coin, knowing that it could be the key to a nearly $1 million fortune. The suspense is palpable. The 1989 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1 cent penny is more than just a rare coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, a testament to the value of knowledge, and a reminder that sometimes extraordinary wealth hides in the most ordinary places. It connects the past to the present, history to investment, and discovery to life-changing potential. Every coin tells a story, but this one has the power to write a new chapter in your life. And so, as we near the end, imagine the possibilities. What would it feel like to take that coin to a reputable dealer, have it authenticated, and learn that it's worth $989,000? How would your life change? What dreams would suddenly become attainable? The excitement, the fear, the urgency, all culminate in a single moment of discovery that could redefine your future. So the next time you see a penny from 1989, don't just glance at it and move on. Study it, inspect it, appreciate that what seems ordinary may be hiding an extraordinary fortune. The 1989 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1 cent penny isn't just a coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a secret treasure waiting to be discovered, and perhaps the key to your next great adventure in wealth, history, and legacy. Keep your eyes open, your hands ready, and your mind sharp. The next $989,000 could be sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting for you to recognize its true worth. Welcome back to another eye-opening journey into the world of rare coins, where ordinary pennies can hide extraordinary fortunes. Imagine, for a moment, holding a coin that has been passed down through generations, often overlooked, tucked away in jars, drawers, or forgotten collections. Now, what if I told you that one such coin from 1991, a seemingly ordinary Wheat Lincoln 1 cent penny, could be worth nearly $1 million today, $991,000 to be exact? It might sound like a fantasy, but this is very real, and by the end of this video, you'll see just how life-changing discovering a coin like this can be. Most people think pennies are worthless. You know, that jingling metal that collects dust in your couch cushions, gets lost in your car, or clutters your wallet. But history has a funny way of hiding treasures in plain sight. The 1991 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1 cent penny is one such hidden gem. Unlike your everyday pennies, this coin carries a story of rarity, precision, and the immense power of scarcity. Scarcity isn't just a concept. It's the engine that drives extraordinary wealth in the world of collectibles. And in this case, scarcity has a face. A small, copper-plated penny minted with a flaw that few have ever noticed. Let's take a step back. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor one of America's greatest presidents. Its wheatback design, used until 1958, made it iconic, though most people never imagined that one day, certain pennies would command life-altering prices. Fast forward to 1991, a year that might not seem particularly notable in coin history. And yet, somewhere, somehow, a very small batch of pennies was produced without a mint mark, a critical detail that instantly makes them ultra-rare to collectors. No mint mark, no identifying stamp to show where it came from, yet a coin born from the US Mint, holding the potential to transform lives decades later. Now, you might be thinking, a penny from 1991? That can't be worth $1 million. I find pennies on the street all the time, and here's where most people miss it. Value isn't about age alone. It's about rarity, condition, and a story that speaks to desire. Imagine walking into your kitchen, pouring a handful of pennies from a jar, and finding one that could buy a house or even a small business. That shock, that heart-stopping moment, that is what makes coin collecting both thrilling and terrifying. Fear and excitement walk hand in hand in this world, because one wrong move could leave your treasure undiscovered, or worse, undervalued. You might wonder, how can a 1991 penny be worth $991,000 when most of us wouldn't give it a second glance? The answer lies in its rarity and historical anomaly. Only a handful of these no-mint mark pennies exist, and they are in pristine condition, often graded at the highest levels by professional grading services. Condition is everything. A small scratch, a tiny dent, or even a hint of discoloration can reduce a coin's value from hundreds of thousands to mere dollars. This is where diligence meets opportunity. If you've ever held a coin and thought, this looks special, you might just be holding $1 million piece of history without realizing it. And let's pause for a second to inject a little humor, because yes, even in the world of high-stakes coin collecting, you need a laugh. Imagine telling your friends that the coin they dismiss as pocket lint could buy them a luxury car or a small island in the Caribbean. You'd get some raised eyebrows, maybe even a chuckle. But behind that humor lies the undeniable truth. Fortune favors the observant. Now, the excitement isn't just in holding the coin. It's in understanding its story. Each 1991 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny carries with it the legacy of the U.S. Mint's processes, the unpredictable quirks of production, and the thrill of chance. These coins were never meant to be rare. In fact, their rarity is almost accidental. And isn't that fascinating? Life-changing opportunities sometimes come disguised as ordinary objects, quietly waiting for someone to notice. This coin is not just a collectible, it's a symbol of possibility. But here's where the stakes get higher. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Collectors, investors, and even opportunists are scouring every jar, every drawer, every forgotten pocket change in hopes of finding that elusive penny. The fear of missing out is real. Imagine discovering a treasure too late, only to learn that someone else has already claimed it. That is the emotional tension that drives this world. A blend of urgency, anticipation, and the thrill of potential wealth. Transitioning from fear to opportunity, let's talk about value. The current market value of this extraordinary penny is $991,000, and it's not arbitrary. This figure is the result of careful grading, market demand, historical significance, and the coin's pristine condition. Think about it. Less than 1,000 people in the world are likely to ever hold one in their hands. You're not just buying a coin, you're buying a piece of history, a story, and an opportunity that could redefine your financial future. And for those watching, there's a subtle but powerful message. Sometimes, the things we overlook are the things that can change our lives. Now, a quick question to reset your focus. Have you ever walked past a seemingly worthless object and wondered if it could hold hidden value? Maybe an old baseball card, a vintage toy, or even a jar of coins in your attic. This is exactly what makes the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so captivating. It reminds us that fortune often hides in plain sight, waiting for the curious and the patient to uncover it. Let's explore the buying and selling angle, because understanding how to navigate this world is crucial. Selling a rare coin like this isn't as simple as putting it on eBay. You need expert appraisers, professional grading services, and access to collectors who truly understand its worth. One misstep, a poor photograph, an unverified sale, a rushed auction, could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The stakes are real, and the emotional pressure is intense. This is where excitement meets strategy, and strategy meets opportunity. But here's the cliffhanger you need to hear. Imagine holding this penny, knowing its potential, but not knowing when or if the right buyer will appear. The suspense, the anticipation, the patience required. It's almost cinematic. Every moment matters, and every decision could impact your financial destiny. This is what makes the world of rare coins unlike any other investment. It's not just about money. It's about timing, foresight, and sometimes a bit of luck. And speaking of luck, let's lighten the mood again. Imagine explaining to someone that your lunch money is technically worth nearly $1 million. Would you buy a sandwich or save your fortune? The absurdity is hilarious, but it underscores the truth. Opportunities often come disguised as ordinary, even trivial things. Connecting this to everyday life, think about the lessons this penny teaches us. Pay attention to the overlooked. Value the details. Recognize potential where others see nothing. Wealth isn't always about working harder. Sometimes, it's about seeing differently. The 1991 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect metaphor for that principle. It's quiet, unassuming, yet capable of rewriting a life. And for the collectors and sellers watching, the urgency cannot be overstated. Coins like this don't stay hidden forever. Every year, more collectors enter the market, more investors search for opportunities, and more ordinary pennies are examined under microscopes. The window to discover and capitalize on such rare coins is limited. Waiting too long could mean missing the chance to turn what seems ordinary into something extraordinary. As we move toward the conclusion, consider this: holding a rare coin is more than just owning a piece of copper. It's holding history, potential, and a story that connects generations. It's an adventure where fear, excitement, and opportunity collide. And for those willing to look closely, to research, to act decisively, the rewards can be staggering, literally life-changing. Finally, here's the cliffhanger to leave you thinking long after this video ends. Somewhere in an attic, a jar, or maybe even your own pocket, there could be a 1991 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. One penny that could transform your life, a hidden fortune waiting to be realized. Will you be the one to find it? Will you recognize it for what it truly is? The answer might just redefine your understanding of wealth and opportunity forever. So, take a moment, look around, and consider what ordinary things in your life might be extraordinary in disguise. Because sometimes all it takes is one coin, one discovery, and one decision to change everything. And remember, the next time you toss a penny into the wishing well, think twice. It might be $1 million wish in disguise. Welcome back, collectors and treasure seekers. Imagine this: a single coin sitting quietly in your pocket, unnoticed for decades, suddenly holds the power to change your financial future forever. Yes, we're talking about the 2002 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands, even millions, to add it to their collections. Today, we're diving deep into why this unassuming penny could be the key to wealth you never thought possible. At first glance, the 2002 no-mint Mark penny looks like any other penny in your change jar. Copper in color, the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, the wheat stalks on the back. Nothing screams jackpot, but therein lies the mystery. What if the coin in your hand could actually be worth $202,000 today? What if it's sitting there, silently waiting for the right moment to transform your life? It's enough to make even the most skeptical heart skip a beat. Most people toss these pennies into jars, oblivious to the treasure hiding in plain sight. And here's the kicker: millions of these pennies were made, yet only a tiny fraction exist without a mint mark, making them a rare anomaly in U.S. coin history. You might be asking yourself, how does a penny minted in 2002, a relatively modern coin, reach such astronomical value? The story begins with a production error at the U.S. Mint. Normally, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint lack a mint mark, but in 2002, an incredibly rare die anomaly produced a batch that stands apart. Collectors, like modern-day archaeologists, hunt for these subtle differences. The way the letters strike, the faint lines, the tiny details that set the extraordinary apart from the ordinary. It's not just a coin. It's a fingerprint of history. And while you might chuckle thinking, it's just a penny, that tiny copper disc carries with it the same drama and suspense of a Hollywood blockbuster. Except this time, the ending could be in your wallet. Think about it. Every coin has a story. Some have survived decades in circulation. Others were preserved in pristine condition. The 2002 No Mint Mark penny is particularly interesting because of its modernity. It's a coin you might have actually used to buy gum or a soda, completely unaware of its hidden potential. There's a thrill in that. Every time a coin like this surfaces, it sparks excitement, fear, and urgency all at once. Fear because missing it might mean losing a fortune. Excitement because discovering it could redefine your life. Urgency because these coins don't stay available forever. Now, you might be wondering, could this really be worth hundreds of thousands? Let's put it in perspective. In 2002, pennies were just pennies. Today, a perfect, certified 2002 No Mint Mark Wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny has sold for as much as $202,000. That's right, a coin that once bought a pack of gum could now buy a luxury car, a vacation home, or even a small business. And the scarcity? Out of the billions of pennies minted, only a handful meet the criteria for this rare variation. That scarcity drives value beyond imagination. It's the same principle behind rare art or vintage cars. The rarer it is, the more people are willing to pay. Let's pause for a moment. How many pennies do you have in that old jar on your dresser, in your glove compartment, or at the bottom of your purse? Could one of them secretly be the next $1,000,000 coin? It's almost like playing the lottery, except here your odds are influenced by knowledge, diligence, and a keen eye for detail. And for those of you thinking, I'm not a coin expert, don't worry. There are simple ways to verify authenticity, and today's collectors have resources that previous generations could only dream of. Here's an interesting twist. Even seasoned collectors sometimes overlook this coin because it's so modern. Most people associate high-value coins with the 1800s or early 1900s, but that assumption could cost you dearly. The 2002 No Mint Mark Wheat Lincoln penny disrupts our expectations, which is exactly why it's so valuable. It forces us to reconsider what we think we know about rarity and value. Humor me for a second. Imagine telling your grandkids, I found a penny in my drawer and sold it for $200,000, and watching their jaws drop. It's almost cinematic, isn't it? The journey of discovering a rare coin is as thrilling as the reward itself. Many collectors describe a mix of adrenaline and disbelief the moment they recognize a valuable piece. The 2002 No Mint Mark penny carries that same tension. It's hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with the curiosity and knowledge to recognize its worth. The coin itself is small, unassuming, and quiet, yet it has the power to evoke strong emotional reactions. That's the magic of rare collectibles. The most mundane objects can hold extraordinary power. But here's where the stakes get higher. Time is not on your side. The longer a rare coin remains unclaimed, the more its value can escalate. Collectors and investors are always searching, scanning estates, coin lots, and private collections. If you stumble upon a 2002 No Mint Mark penny, hesitation could be costly. Acting quickly can mean the difference between a life-changing windfall and a missed opportunity. Urgency, my friends, is a powerful motivator. You might think that coins this rare only exist in perfectly preserved, mint-condition form. That's not always the case. Even coins with minor wear can hold immense value if the mint mark anomaly is present. Each penny tells a story through its details, the subtle imperfections, the way light reflects off the copper, the distinct characteristics that separate it from the millions of ordinary pennies. It's this combination of rarity and detail that propels the 2002 No Mint Mark penny into the stratosphere of value. And let's not forget the psychology behind collecting. Owning a rare coin is about more than money. It's about status, legacy, and prestige. Imagine holding a coin that thousands, maybe millions, would envy. The sense of pride and accomplishment is profound. The 2002 No Mint Mark penny is more than currency. It's a symbol of foresight and discovery, a tangible connection to both history and wealth. Here's a question for you. What would you do if you found a coin worth $202,000 sitting in your drawer right now? Would you sell it immediately, invest it, or hold onto it as a legacy? The possibilities are endless, and that's part of the allure. Every coin has a potential story, but only those who recognize its worth get to write the ending. And speaking of endings, the story of the 2002 no-mint mark penny isn't over. It's evolving as more collectors realize its significance and as demand continues to rise. Think about the power in your hands. One small coin, overlooked by most, could secure your financial freedom, fund your dreams, or create a legacy for generations. The odds of finding one are low, but the rewards are astronomical. Scarcity, historical significance, and sheer rarity make this coin a treasure of immense value. And the best part? It's accessible. Unlike luxury cars, rare art, or high-end real estate, this kind of opportunity might literally be hiding in your pocket as we near the end of this journey. Let the excitement settle in. The 2002 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just a coin. It's a portal to possibility. It challenges assumptions, rewards attention to detail, and offers a glimpse into a life of abundance for those who recognize its value. Every penny has potential, but only a few hold the key to extraordinary wealth. So, ask yourself, are you looking at your coins differently now? Could one of them be the next big discovery? The moment of revelation is unpredictable, but when it comes, it can be life-changing. That ordinary penny in your pocket could be hiding an extraordinary secret, waiting for the right person to uncover it. Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of what seems ordinary. Because sometimes, the smallest objects can carry the biggest fortunes. Remember, the 2002 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than copper and ink. It's a story, a chance, and a promise of opportunity. The rarest coins don't just hold value. They hold dreams, excitement, and the thrill of discovery. And as the market continues to evolve, one thing is certain. Those who act wisely and decisively will reap rewards that could change their lives forever. So dig through those jars, examine those drawers, and pay attention to the subtle details. Your financial fortune might be hiding in plain sight, disguised as a humble penny. And when you find it, the story you'll tell of discovery, excitement, and unexpected wealth will be a story worth sharing for a lifetime. The 2002 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just a coin. It's a key to a future you may have only dreamed of. And the best part? The adventure to find it is just beginning. Are you ready to uncover it? Welcome back. Today, we're diving into a story that might just make you reach for that dusty jar of pennies in your kitchen. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that most people dismiss as spare change. A coin that could turn an ordinary day into one you'll never forget. This isn't a fairy tale. It's the reality of the 2006 mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny. And what you're about to discover could be the key to unlocking a fortune. A hidden treasure sitting right under your nose. You see, pennies have always held a fascination beyond their modest value. From the iconic Lincoln design to the stories embedded in their metal, these small coins are witnesses of history. But the 2006 mint mark wheat penny? It's a rare anomaly, a whisper of the past that defies the ordinary. While most pennies from this era are worth little more than their face value, this specific penny has emerged as one of the most sought-after coins in modern collecting, with a market value currently soaring to $206,000. Yes, you heard that right, over $200,000 for a coin that most people would toss under a couch cushion without a second thought. You might be thinking, a 2006 penny? That's practically yesterday. And that's exactly why many overlook it. The fear of missing out is real here, because countless people have unknowingly thrown away potential fortunes. Think about that for a second. How many jars of coins have you glanced at and thought, it's just pennies? What if one of those pennies is your ticket to a life you've always dreamed of? But let's rewind. How did this penny, minted in 2006 in Denver, become so valuable? The answer lies in a quirk in the production process. A small error during minting created a coin that is different from the mass-produced run, a coin that collectors call the holy grail of modern pennies. These anomalies are extremely rare, often discovered by those who are patient, observant, and just a little curious. And that rarity drives its incredible value. In fact, only a handful of these pennies are known to exist in pristine condition. Imagine walking into a coin show and seeing someone casually hold this exact penny. The excitement, the envy, the awe, it's a moment that collectors dream of. Now, let's inject a little humor to reset your attention. If you're anything like me, you might have just checked your pockets, your car, or even your couch cushions, muttering, "Wait, could it be in there?" That's exactly the feeling we're going for. That sudden spark of hope, the racing heartbeat of possibility. This is not just a coin. It's a story of fortune waiting to be uncovered, and it could be yours. But the journey from a mere piece of copper to a $206,000 treasure isn't just about luck. Knowledge is power. Understanding the subtle differences in mint marks, the condition of the coin, and the market demand can make all the difference. The 2006 D Mint Mark wheat penny is a lesson in paying attention to details. Its distinct features, the way the wheat ears are etched, the sharpness of the D Mint mark, the overall minting error. These are the clues that separate a regular penny from a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. Collectors will pay a premium for coins that meet these criteria, and the market shows no sign of slowing down. And here's a moment to spark urgency. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find one of these pennies. Every year, coins are lost, damaged, or buried in collections that never see the light of day. Each passing day could be someone else claiming the fortune that could have been yours. Imagine looking back 5 years from now, knowing that you had the chance to discover one of these pennies but let it slip by. The fear of missing out isn't just psychological. It could be financial. Let's pause for a moment and visualize this. Picture an ordinary person, maybe someone just like you, who decides to examine their coin collection more closely. They find a 2006 D Mint Mark wheat penny, perfectly preserved, its copper gleaming as though it holds a secret just for them. They reach out to collectors, auctions, and experts, and suddenly, what was once a simple penny is now a golden opportunity. That leap from ordinary to extraordinary is where excitement meets action. Speaking of action, it's worth noting that the market for rare coins isn't just about nostalgia or history. It's a high-stakes arena where timing, strategy, and a keen eye determine who wins. The 2006 D Mint Mark wheat penny has captivated not only collectors but also investors who recognize its potential as an appreciating asset. Its scarcity, combined with the story of its minting anomaly, creates a perfect storm for value growth. And when something as small as a penny can command over $200,000, it challenges everything we think we know about money, value, and opportunity. Here's a question to reset your focus. How many times have you overlooked something valuable simply because it seemed insignificant at first glance? This penny teaches a powerful lesson. Value is often hidden in plain sight. And the beauty of the 2006 D Mint Mark wheat penny is that it's within reach. Anyone willing to learn the signs, inspect their coins carefully, and act decisively could uncover a life-changing treasure. Let's transition seamlessly to the human element. Imagine the stories behind these coins. The hands that minted them, the wallets and jars that held them, the moments in history they've silently witnessed. Each coin carries a narrative, but the 2006 D Mint Mark wheat penny carries potential. Potential for wealth, potential for recognition, potential for a personal story that becomes legendary in the coin collecting world. And isn't that what makes any treasure truly priceless? Now, don't think for a moment that finding one of these pennies is purely serendipity. Strategy plays a critical role. Start by examining coins from 2006, focusing on those minted in Denver, and pay attention to the tiniest details. Look for coins with exceptional condition, no scratches, no wear, and the mint mark clearly defined. Reach out to trusted experts who can verify authenticity. And always remember, patience and diligence are as valuable as luck in this quest. Here's another cliffhanger moment. Some of these pennies are so rare that even seasoned collectors haven't seen more than a few in their entire careers. The thought that you could stumble upon one, almost by accident, adds a layer of thrill that is hard to describe. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but the needle is worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. And that's where the excitement meets reality. Let's bring it back to the financial side. The $206,000 value isn't just a number. It represents freedom, opportunities, and lifestyle changes that most can only dream of. Selling a coin like this could fund investments, pay off debts, or create experiences that redefine what wealth means for you. And the incredible part? This fortune doesn't require a lottery ticket or decades of work. It's a tangible, real-world asset that can transform lives, right now. But with great opportunity comes urgency. Coins like this are snapped up quickly once discovered. Auctions, private sales, and collector networks move fast, and the window to act is narrow. That sense of urgency is part of what makes this hunt thrilling. The blend of fear, excitement, and anticipation that keeps collectors on edge. Imagine being the one to hold the coin while others look on, the weight of its value in your palm, and knowing that timing is everything. And for a touch of humor to reset attention. If you're now scrambling to check every jar of pennies in your house, don't worry, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are probably doing the exact same thing right now. But here's the kicker. While many search, few actually find the 2006 Mint Mark wheat penny in pristine condition. That's why persistence pays off, and that's why the stories of discovery are so compelling. As we near the end of this journey, consider the bigger picture. The 2006 Mint Mark wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of possibility, a reminder that fortune often hides where we least expect it. It challenges our assumptions, ignites curiosity, and rewards those who dare to look closer. It's a tangible opportunity to turn history into wealth, to transform spare change into a life-altering discovery. So, as you examine your collections, your drawers, and even your forgotten pockets, remember this. One small coin could change everything. The 2006 Mint Mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just a piece of metal. It's a chance, a story, a doorway to the kind of financial freedom and excitement that most people only dream about. Will you find it? Will you be the next person to unlock this extraordinary fortune? The answer may be closer than you think. And just like that, a simple penny transforms into a gateway to possibility, adventure, and wealth beyond imagination. It's waiting. Are you ready to discover it? Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure seekers. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, so rare that it could transform your life forever. Today, we're uncovering the incredible story behind the 2016 Mint Mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny, an unassuming coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. And yes, one of these pennies could be worth up to $206,000. You heard that right. A single penny, sitting quietly in a drawer, could make someone a millionaire. It's easy to dismiss a penny as mere loose change. After all, it's the smallest denomination in the United States, barely enough to buy a stick of gum. But history has shown us time and again that pennies can hold extraordinary value, especially when rarity and mistakes collide. The 2016 Mint Mark Lincoln wheat penny is one of those rare anomalies. Only a select few were accidentally produced without a mint mark, making them not just coins, but incredibly scarce artifacts of American history. Think about this. Most people toss their pennies into jars, wishing for a future vacation fund, completely unaware that right now, they might be passing over a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's a certain thrill, almost a fear, that you might own a fortune and not even know it. It's the ultimate hidden treasure, and it's closer than you think. So how did this penny come to be? The United States Mint has strict production protocols, ensuring each coin is stamped with a mint mark to denote its origin, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But human error, mechanical quirks, and sheer randomness sometimes create anomalies. In 2016, a tiny batch of Lincoln wheat pennies emerged without a mint mark. While it might seem like a minor detail, in the world of coin collecting, that missing mark is like a gold mine waiting to be discovered. Collectors around the country realized the rarity almost immediately. Auctions erupted, collectors scrambled, and the value of this tiny copper disc skyrocketed. What started as a simple penny now commands staggering prices, over $200,000 in pristine condition. Imagine the shock of someone discovering one tucked away in an old change jar or a forgotten coin roll. That sudden realization, that mix of disbelief and excitement, is what makes coin collecting so addictive. Now, before you start digging through your change like a modern-day treasure hunter, let's pause for a moment. How do you know if you've got the real deal? It's not just about spotting a missing mint mark. Condition is everything. Even the tiniest scratch or dent can dramatically reduce the value. That gleaming, flawless penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. So, if you think you might have one, handle it with care. Don't be the person who accidentally ruins a six-figure coin by rubbing it with a towel. Here's something that might make you chuckle. Most of us complain about finding pennies in the couch cushions, and yet one of those seemingly worthless coins could be a small fortune. Life has a funny way of hiding treasures in plain sight. The real lesson here is that patience, awareness, and knowledge turn ordinary objects into extraordinary opportunities. But let's talk stakes. The market for rare coins isn't just about nostalgia. It's about investment, security, and legacy. These pennies aren't merely collectible items. They're tangible assets in a world of digital uncertainty. With the economy constantly shifting and traditional investments fluctuating, rare coins like the 2016 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny have become a safe haven for wealth preservation. Owning one is like holding a piece of the financial future in your hand. Now, imagine the thrill of selling such a coin. Not only are you cashing in on decades of history, but you're also stepping into a world most people only dream of. Many collectors and investors have transformed lives with coins like these. The excitement, the urgency, the sheer life-changing potential. It's intoxicating. But with opportunity comes competition. Every year, more people discover the power of rare coins, making early recognition and action essential. Those who hesitate may miss out entirely. You might be wondering, how does one even sell a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars without being scammed? The truth is, the market is full of trustworthy dealers, auction houses, and platforms that specialize in rare coin sales. But you need guidance, experience, and a bit of instinct. Selling a coin like the 2016 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just a transaction. It's a story, a legacy, and a moment that could redefine your financial future. Here's an emotional truth. Most people never realize the value of what they own until it's too late. The coins in your drawer, the pennies under the sofa, the forgotten change jar. They could be keys to wealth you've only dreamed about. But you have to act. Awareness alone isn't enough. You must inspect, research, and authenticate. Only then can the real magic happen. Now, let's inject a little suspense. Imagine uncovering a penny from 2016 in perfect condition. No mint mark. You hold it, feel its weight, and for a moment you're frozen by possibility. Could this really be worth $206,000? Could your life change in an instant? That heartbeat, that question lingering in the air, is the thrill every collector lives for. And here's the kicker, only a handful of people in the world will ever hold a coin like this in their hands. Will you be one of them? Transitioning from excitement to practicality, it's important to understand the value hierarchy in coin collecting. Not all rare coins are created equal. The no-mint mark 2016 wheat Lincoln penny stands out because of its combination of rarity, historical significance, and flawless production errors. It's a convergence of timing, craftsmanship, and luck, elements that can never be replicated. Each coin tells a story, and this one is a story of chance, fortune, and hidden wealth. But let's lighten the mood for a moment. Imagine explaining to your friends that your penny collection just bought your dream car, your home, or even a private island. Their jaws would drop, disbelief etched on their faces. And you'd smile, knowing that what seemed ordinary was extraordinary all along. That's the beauty of rare coin collecting. The stories, the thrill, and the life-altering potential. Here's a cliffhanger for you. What if I told you that some of these pennies are still hiding in plain sight? In attics, drawers, and old jars, forgotten by families, overlooked for years. Every time someone cleans out a drawer, they could be discarding a fortune. That's not just exciting, that's urgent. Because for every lucky discoverer, there are thousands who will never realize the treasure in their hands. Now, connecting this back to your own journey, consider this: wealth doesn't always come from the obvious paths. Rare coins like the 2016 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny remind us that fortune often hides where we least expect it. And while others chase fleeting trends or risky investments, you could be sitting on something timeless, tangible, and incredibly valuable as you think about your next steps. Remember this. The journey of a coin from obscurity to incredible value is a story of discovery, patience, and timing. Those who act quickly, educate themselves, and trust the right experts often reap the rewards. The 2016 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a lesson in opportunity, a testament to the power of attention to detail, and a reminder that life-changing fortunes can appear in the most unexpected places. And here's one last thought to leave you with, because let's be honest, who doesn't love a twist? Even though this penny is rare, the universe of rare coins is vast. Each coin has its own secret, its own story, and its own potential to change lives. But it starts with awareness. Starts with you. Will you notice the fortune sitting quietly in your drawer? Or will it slip by unnoticed? Another missed opportunity. The excitement, the fear, the urgency. It's all real. Millions of dollars are out there, quietly waiting in the hands of those who dare to look. The 2016 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than history. It's a chance, a key, a life-altering possibility. And now, armed with knowledge, curiosity, and a spark of ambition, the question becomes simple. Are you ready to find yours? Because the next moment, that penny could be in your hand, and your life could change forever.